in 2026. So there is many mobile development tools are available in the market, but mobile development mainly uses two approaches. There is one is the native development and second one is the cross platform development. So first one is the native development, means Android Studio. So it is the best and official tool, namely Android Studio, based for high performance apps, and it is basically used to make the create the app for the Android devices. Only Android devices application can be built through the this Android Studio. And second one is a cross platform development. So cross platform means that one code works for multiple devices. For example, if we want to make one app and we want to execute this application on Android as well as the iOS devices, so popular tools are the Flutter and React Native. So today we will know how to develop or how the we can create the basic structure and what is the meaning of the basic structure of the Android Studio application and the Flutter, because Flutter is one of the most used tool because it allows one code base for multiple platforms. So we will go one by one. So firstly we will start with the Android development native. So this is the Android Studio. So firstly we have opened our Android Studio. So Android development means creating apps only for Android devices using official tools from the Google. So it gives the high performance. It uses the two languages, Kotlin and Java. If you know the Java, you can build the application in the Java. If you will know the Kotlin, so you can develop the application in Kotlin language. It's full control over UI, user interface, and the system. It is also based for the gaming apps, heavy apps like banking, AI, AR, VR, augmented reality, and virtual reality. So these all are the features of the Android. Now we will create our first project in the Android Studio and we will know the structure of the Android app. So firstly you can see that there is a one option, that is the new project. You just have to click on this new projects. Then this type of window will be available to you. You have to select any activity in which you have to build your application. So you can choose any, but I will suggest you to go with this empty activity. It will be beneficial to you if you are the beginners. So go with the empty activity, then it will help you to build the application in your way. Then you have to just click on this, means select your activity and just click on this next button. Then you can see that you can give the any name to your application. So I will still remain this name as a my application. You can add any name here which you want, and you can see that there is a language section, so you can use two languages, Java and Kotlin. So I will go with the Java because I am flexible with the Java. If you are flexible with the Kotlin, so just click on the Kotlin. Okay, now you can see that there's a minimum SDK, so you have to add the SDK and all the thing. When you will install the Android Studio, then you have to add the SDK and all that things. Okay, now we will click on this finish button, then our application will be going to develop here. So just it's a basic structure of our Android app, which will having the structure as our manifest file, Java, Kotlin files, XML files, and Gradle. So you can see that there is an Android. So we have select the Java. So Java file is showing to us. It is a by default code. Main file will be given by the Android to us, and Gradle is going to making the our projects. So after some time you will see our Android structure here. So you can see that our Android app basic structure is available here. So it is a main activity.java file. If you are using Java, then main activity.java file will show to you. If you will use the Kotlin file, then main activity.kt. kt is the extension of the Kotlin file will be shown to you. So there is a activity underscore main.xml file. XML is an extensible markup language which is used by the Android for UI designing. Okay, so you can see that there is a one manifest file. In this manifest file, when you will click on this file, it is an Android manifest.xml. This is the file for the app permissions, all the app permissions like the camera, locations, audio, video. You can see that all the activity will be mentioned here, and your application name and labels, all that permission will be mentioned in this android manifest.xml file. After that, there is a java folder. In this java folder you have to create multiple java files. You can create the java files like click on this folder, right click new, and tap on this java class, and it will create the java file. Okay, so this is the main activity.java. After that, when you will go in the rec is the resource folder. In resource folder there is a layout folder. In the layout folder you can see that there is a activity underscore main.xml file will be show to you. So this is the xml files folder which is used for the ui designing. Okay, so you can see that there's a code section, so you can write the code in the xml, or also you can go with in design section. So you can see that you can directly drag and drop the text, buttons, widgets, layouts, and you can see your output in the design section. So this is the android studio, and this is the basic structure of our any android app. So first is the manifest, which is used for the app permission. Second one is the java or kotlin, which is used for the logical purpose. Then there is a layout files, means the xml files for our ui designing, and last one our gradle script for the building the system. So this is our android studio, and which is used for the creating or making the android development, android application. Now we will go for the flutter. So as we know, Flutter is a framework by Google to build the apps for the Android, iOS, web, and desktop using one code base. If you just have to write the code once, and you can use that code for the Android applications, iOS, web, and desktop. So we will go in our VS Code Visual Studio Code, because I have set up the Visual Studio for our Flutter, so we will use the Visual Studio. So I just open one folder here, any folder you can use open. So firstly we will go for the features of the Flutter. So first feature of the Flutter is a single code for all platform, as we know. Second one is the fast development with hot reload. Third one is a beautiful UI using widgets. So Flutter is fully worked on the widgets, stateless widgets and stateful widgets. There's a two types of widgets are used. First is a static, and second one is a dynamics, as we know. So namely we can use the stateful widgets and stateless widgets. Okay, the next feature is the near native performance, very fast, strong community and packages, smooth animations. So these all are the features of Flutter. Then we will go the structure of our Flutter app. So firstly we will go how to create the Flutter projects. Okay, so firstly just you have to click on this our folder, and then we will click the terminal. Just click on this, and in three dots, and open our terminal. So new terminal. Okay, Flutter. Then we have to create the Flutter projects. So we will write the command here like a Flutter create, and project name we will give the new underscore app. Okay, and just enter. Then our Flutter create a one project with the name of new app. You can use any name by using this command Flutter create. Okay, just a minute. Access the request URL done. Okay, now it's warning, no issue. So our project is creating. Here you can see that resolving dependencies in new app, all packages and all the things will be mentioned here. After some time you will see full Flutter structure will be shown to over this Flutter. You can see a new app is shown to you. So our app is created, and all the files of our app is going to show here. You can see that there's Android, iOS, Linux, MacOS, web. You can use Okay, now pubs.yaml file. So this is the basic structure of our Flutter app. Okay, now we will go to our app. So we will use cd, the chain directory of new app. Okay, so we are enter in our new app. So when you will go in the new app, so you can see that as first is the pubs.yaml file and then our lib folder. So lib is our basic folder and Flutter use the .dart extension. So when you have to create any file in the Flutter, so you have to use the .dart extension. This is the main file which is created by the Flutter itself. So this is the basic file of the Flutter. So if you want to create another file, just click on this lib folder, new file, and you have to write the name like first. Okay, first dot dart. Okay, enter. So our second file will be created here. Okay, if you want to use the stateful widgets, so use STLSS as a shortcut key. Just a minute, it will give us the suggestions, or you can use stateful. It will give us the suggestions when our network connection will be fast. So full structure of the Flutter will be shown to you. So we can use the stateful as well as the stateless widgets. Now we will go to our pubs.yaml file. It is a very important file in the Flutter. It is used to add the libraries, packages, define app names, version, add assets, images, fonts to our application. Okay, so it is the basic file. You can see that we can use this file for name to our application. You can add here all the dependencies, like you can add the versions, libraries, packages, images, assets. You have to add here. In this way you can add the images. Okay, then we will go in this Flutter. See, it is giving us the suggestion or not. Yeah, so you can see that now it's giving us the suggestion. So firstly it is a st full. When you add, so just you have to enter. So now you can see that the packages, all the structures show to you. Just you have to remove this name my widget and add any names. I will add the first. Okay, so you can see that the basic structure is created here. Okay, so this is our overview of the Flutter as well as the Android Studio. So simply we can say that Flutter project is creating using the Flutter create command, and Android Studio is used for the Android apps which is run by the Android. So Android is based for the high performance and platform specific apps, and Flutter is based for the fast development and cross platforms apps. So many companies prefer Flutter because it saves times, cost and efforts while still giving good performance. Thank you so much.